Hey everybody, I hope you're having a great Tuesday. It's December 17th, 2013, and I'm Nikki Robinson of www.byhighschool.org, coming to you with a video about something that's very important to me. If anyone really knows me, they know that one thing I value more than most everything else is education. I value education not in the way that society teaches it. I don't care at all for school, for college, for, degrees and diplomas and all of that. I understand its importance as far as getting a job, but I see them more as a means to an end, as where a lot of people think, my goal is to get a degree. I wouldn't say my goal would be to get a degree. My goal would be to get a job that maybe requires a degree, for the salary. And that's basically what our education system teaches, that you should take certain steps or, graduate from high school, go to college, do an internship, get a job, maybe go to graduate school. And it's all for the purpose of creating a workforce, for training employees. But today I want to talk to you about unschooling yourself. And if you follow me on any of my social media accounts, you hear me say, or you see me say, unschool yourself a lot. I want to explain what unschooling is, because if I'm making hashtags about it, I want people to actually understand what I'm talking about. I want you to understand where I'm coming from when I say unschool yourself. Unschooling is a philosophy pretty much about lifelong learning. It's unstructured and not mandated by anyone, not by the government, not by boards of education, and not by your parents. When a child is a product of a home that believes in unschooling, that child goes and looks for things on his or her own. You don't need a teacher to learn. You don't need someone giving you instructions to find a way to get information. That's pretty much the basis of unschooling. If you're between the ages of 18 to 25, which is who I talk to with by high school, because you're pretty much still navigating the murky waters of life after high school in that age range. If you are between the age of 18 to 25, you can still unschool yourself, even if you've spent most of your life in school, or even if you're in college now, community college, online college, four-year university, whatever. Unschooling yourself pretty much has these main components. You're not going to be learning during designated class times. In school, you're taught that, between the hours of 7:45 to 2:45, or whatever hours your school is in from, that was our school's time at Valdosta High School, 7:45 to 2:45. Between those hours, people expect to be in learning mode. And what that does is it takes the fun out of learning. You start restricting education into a certain amount of hours per day, instead of opening yourself to learning from everything around you at any given moment. Lifelong learning is learning from everything and everyone around you at any given moment. So when you unschool yourself, you start practicing that. You stop waiting for a certain class period to learn something. Instead, if a question pops in your mind, at that very moment, you're going to want to go find the answers, and you're going to learn. Unschooling teaches you to think for yourself. And in doing so, you identify your strengths. In America's school system, you have subjects. You have a set amount of subjects that you're supposed to learn between those hours that you're in school. And for every grade, you have a certain amount of topics or subject matter that you're supposed to learn for that grade. And it's all so structured in like building blocks, but it's not of progressive learning. It's like step, step, step. You're learning these things in grades, but by the time you're 2 or 3 grades ahead of what you learned, let's say in 3rd grade, it's already starting to fade. That's why the show Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? It was so popular because as adults, we forget most of the things we learn in a grade because we're not so much interested in it. It's just given to us to learn at that specific point in our lives. And if we have no interest in it, we're not going to retain that knowledge. So unschooling yourself gives you freedom to just learn whatever it is that you want to learn, that you're interested in at that time. You become stronger in whatever subject you're trying to learn because you're actually interested in it. In addition to identifying your strengths, with unschooling yourself, you don't waste time. How I just explained how subjects are given to us at grade levels while we grow, a lot of it will waste your time throughout life. Like, how many times does the average person use a quadratic equation on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, even on a yearly basis? Like, I have not used the quadratic equation since I left high school. And the last thing that I want you to remember about unschooling yourself is that it conditions the mind to function well in any environment. One of the most outstanding negatives about our education system today is that it's pretty much the same education system that our parents had. And that's a major problem because times are so much different from when our parents were children to children now. It's not doing anything for us. Whereas on the other hand, unschooling works at any time. As long as you read, you can pretty much find information anywhere. So unschooling is not a hard concept to swallow, and it's not hard at all to unschool yourself. It's never too late because you're conditioning the mind to learn at any given point. You're taking in information, seeking information, actively seeking information. You're asking questions. You're questioning authority. Your critical thinking skills are being improved. With unschooling, you're always working the mind. You're making it stronger at all times because you're learning new things at all times, not just when you're told to learn something. So when I say unschool yourself, that's what I mean. The modern education system trains good employees, good followers, good socioeconomic slaves. But that's a video for a whole different time. Whereas unschooling promotes greatness, promotes leaders in the community, promotes entrepreneurs. So when I say unschool yourself, it's my attempt to get you to activate your highest potential. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. If you read the post that accompanies this video, you'll see a lot more resources where you can find out more about unschooling and also where you can start with unschooling yourself. Look through those, start unschooling yourself, and thank you for watching.